Hello everybody, a warm welcome back. This is QTV by Lizzie Joga, and as you know, we bring you all influential people. We answer all the questions you're interested to know as an expatriate, both African and beyond. And today I have very important people in the studio. If you are East African, if you are from either Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda, this will be important to you. So over to you guys. Tell us who you are, what you stand for. So ladies first.
Hi guys, how are you? I believe you're doing good.
I'm just gonna interrupt that a little bit.
Sanitize.
I'm surprised nobody asked. Yes, so
I'm Mary Karanja. I'm the Vice Chairlady of Kedwa, and I've been here for quite some time, so let's say less than 5 years. And we have been doing a lot of things in Kedwa, and we are going to tell you in details what we've been doing, why Kedwa, why do we have Kedwa.
First of all, you're gonna have to know what exactly Kedwa is. Now over to the gentleman, tell us who you are, and you will take the baton and tell us what Kedwa is before we move on to the lady.
Yeah, thank you so much for this invitation. It's an honor also to have you listeners here.
Absolutely.
Being us here. My name is Crispin Manamo. I'm the chairman and founder of Kedwa, Kenya Diaspora Welfare Association.
All right.
This is a diaspora association that we started so that it can bring all Kenyans together, not much, even Africans. We want all Africans to get together.
Absolutely. We are focusing on broadening the scope, and this conversation, I would like to direct it in the affairs of expatriates. This time around, we are going to streamline it all the way down to Kenyans. So
Yes.
you want to tell us why Kenyans should believe in you. So I'm going to throw it to the floor.
Ladies first, as
Yeah.
usual.
The name welfare covers a lot of, it's a big umbrella that covers a lot of things under it. It's like a tree with a lot of branches, it has trees. So why do we have welfare? That's the question that we should ask ourselves.
All right.
We should ask ourselves the definition of welfare. Why do we have Kedwa? In Kenya, like right now, Kenyans in UAE, they don't have a specific place to run to when they have questions, when they need answers of immigrations, when they need people to advise them, when they need simple answers and simple questions. So this is where they get all these answers. This is where they get encouragement. I understand a lot of people are actually everybody is going through a lot of distress, a lot of stress. So this is a platform that we created for you guys. We are like brothers and sisters from back home. Know that, but we are family here.
Absolutely.
To cover everything that you need to know and to help each other.
All right. I just want to ask a question at this point. Kedwa is caring for the welfare of Kenyans here inside United Arab Emirates, let's say. Do you really believe that the Kenyans, the people who you want to be at their disposal, do you think they know you that much? And is there anything you'd like to do to improve, the awareness of people of how you can help them?
Yeah, can I take that?
Please do.
Yes, as Kedwa, and I repeat, Kenya Diaspora Welfare Association. Our bigger, the reason why we came up with Kedwa is number one, to bring Kenyans together.
Absolutely.
That is the foundation of Kedwa, just to bring people together. I've been in this country for 14 years.
Oh.
We have several organizations, so many of them, but we have different organizations with their own agendas.
Absolutely.
We didn't have anything that can bring all of us together, because before we had Kewa, and because of some issues which it did not succeed in terms of registration. So out of all small organizations, only Kedwa is the one that is currently under registration with Kenya, with the UAE, CDA, Community Development Authority, a department of the government. that registers welfares. So currently we are under registration, and this is the reason why all Kenyans should be joining Kedwa.
Absolutely. You understand QTV is focusing mainly on your welfare. If you have been following our videos, if you have been following the type of bulletins that we bring forward to you, are all things that are related to your welfare. What do I do in case this happens? Where do I go in case of 1, 2, 3? As you are aware, being in a country that is not yours, for a very simple thing, you will be automatically at a disadvantage. And the reason why we have these amazing people here who have started something to do with your welfare, this purpose is also to increase the awareness of Kenyans of your existence, because it's possible the vast majority are not aware. So this, we will take it as a step towards sensitizing you on where you should go, on who you should go to, and where your questions can be answered. Now back to you, Mary. You have mentioned that you answer questions that people don't have answers to, especially the ones who are here, who are going through distress, and especially in this very era of the pandemic.
Yes, we've been trying to do so in our platforms. We have Telegram platform where we have almost 2,000 Kenyans. We have our Facebook where we've been trying to gather people. We also have our YouTube channel, and we've been trying to respond to so many questions that people have been asking right now. I think what has been happening during this pandemic, it has opened people's eyes, and they realize that they need answers of everything. They will ask anything. I think it erased some of the things that they used to know. So people have been trying to find a place where they can get answers, where they can get directed, because we understand that there are some people who came from Kenya, and from after a month or two, there was lockdown, there was curfew. This person doesn't know anything about UAE. They don't know anything apart from where they are staying. This person needs to know where the hospitals, what charges what is where. They don't know each other, expect the people who are staying together, and they might end up being 5 Kenyans who came at the same time, and they know nothing together. So imagine that kind of a situation. So we created this big house for them. They can ask anything, whichever way they want to ask, and we are there for them.
So in your platform, I like to understand that you have opened your arms to receive people who are in distress at a time like this. So would you like to walk us through about maybe the things that you have done that will make not people just have confidence, but will broaden the basis of your assistance to them? So what are the type of things you have done aside from answering the questions? Because right now, answering the questions is not just enough. People need more. So what are we expecting, or what has Kedwa been doing?
It has also been providing moral support, I should say that, and we've been providing counseling session, even outside the platform, like going to visit these people, especially during pandemic. We have a food drive that we started. Chairman will talk more about that. So when we go to this food drive, we find people, we find young girls who are pregnant. We find people who are suicidal, and there's that encouragement, there's that advice. It's like a big family that has come together, like advising your sister, or your cousin, or your niece who is pregnant in a foreign land, and she doesn't have idea of what to do, or what happens, or even are they even married? Do they have like marriage certificate? If they have it, is it legal,
acquired legally,
or it was that under the table? So these are kind of
it
support.
was to just cover the sin.
Yeah, so we have that a lot of them. So we've been trying to support them and giving them encouragement, like counseling them, such kind of things. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the lady has really covered most of what you want to hear. But there is something I heard about food drive. I mean, it has been a drought that nobody really expected. We would have never thought of that, and it's a good initiative. Maybe you want to tell us more of what you have done, currently doing, and what to expect in case the situation does not stabilize.
Yeah, thank you so much. If I can just talk a bit of food drive. When welfare started, we didn't think about food drive. You know, some people are confused. Were saying this Kedwa is that Kedwa for food.
There is a Kedwa for food?
Yeah,
I'd like to come to that.
That's what some people are thinking. But the reason for starting Kedwa or coming up with this organization was to bring all Kenyans together, pool our resources together, so that whenever one of us has a problem, solutions are found immediately. I had cases whereby some people lost even their parents back home. They could not go home. Because
it's really bad.
For sure, 90% of people, I can say 70% of Kenyans, for example, working here, around 70% are earning between 3,000 and 1,500.
It's that bad.
Yes. So
I had the assumptions that Kenya, like say Kenya in the sub-Saharan Africa, the Kenyans have an upper hand when it comes to higher salaries.
Kenyans, that's why I put it to 3,000.
So 3,000 is high.
3,000.
Well, guys, good to know that.
Because other communities, most of them, they play from 2,000, 1,000 coming down. But with Kenyans, majority are in that range. And you know, most of Kenyans, whenever they receive salary, the first thing is to send it back home. You know, we don't invest
Did
here.
you say most of Kenyans? I used to think that is the case until Corona came and we realized things vitally different for ground.
You can find someone who has been working here for quite a long time, and now with this pandemic where people are being thrown left, right, and center, you find the person doesn't have money here. This is different with Kenya. You know, in Kenya, people have several businesses, but here it's you and the job that you are doing done. And source of income, most of the time, it's always single source of income. So with Kedwa, we are trying to enlighten people to try to avoid this single source of income. At least try to have something somewhere. That means in your salary, if you can just have 10% as an investment, because with this COVID, we've seen a lot. We've seen people losing jobs.
With this COVID, everyone's dirty linen is outside.
It's outside. The other day I met one Kenyan. I was so surprised. One Kenyan who had been working in a big organization. Last minute the guy was terminated, and I was surprised because he was sending his things home to nowhere. Why? Because he didn't have a house. So this is why Kenyans must come together and talk. We start discussing things openly. Ask yourself why so many Kenyans are renting in Dubai, for example, in UAE, for 20 years, renting a house. Can we ask ourselves why? Because when we are coming in this country, we always come like, I'm going there for 5 years, then I'll go back home. We always pass by. Then we find ourselves here for 20 years. Can you imagine if, for example, someone like, if you came and you decided, I'll be here for the next 15, 20 years, or this is my home from now. We could have been earning having properties here. But because we have that mindset, I'm included. When I came, my mindset was, I'll be here for 5 years, then I go back home. 14 years. And I'm still not planning to go home. So
your Kedwa founder is here to stay.
We are here to stay. So that's why we must enlighten other Kenyans or those who are coming to start thinking positively whenever they come here, so that they can think investments, so they can think of a second income, something that most of Kenyans don't have. And this is why Kedwa is here, so that we can talk, come together, discuss, find solutions and find options on how we can sort out all these issues.
Having talked of that, I believe the person who has been following with us up until this point is definitely interested in finding how they can find help. So just let us know how we can find you, when you are available, what is your maybe a timeline for response. And there is an important thing which I had purposed to ask you. For the people who are stuck here, there are people who do not know how to reach the consulate and to arrange their travel back home. So the question of expired visas and fines at the airport is still existing. So do you know if you can have a hand in that, or if you can be of influence for that?
Yeah, as for now, as a welfare, we are the bridge between Kenyans, Consulate, and UAE government. This,
So
as
I
Kenyans per
think
se,
on the specific bridge between the Kenyan as an individual
Kenyan as an
and the
individual
consulate,
and the
because
consulate.
a lot of Kenyans have actually had challenges
Yes.
reaching the consulate,
That's
of which
true.
I want to presume, I'm not preempting, that you have an upper hand when it comes to reaching out to the consulate.
we have an upper hand because we communicate with the ambassador directly. Whenever there is any issue that cannot be sorted out in the consulate, we can direct it to the embassy and we can get solutions. And saying that one, currently we are still under registration, so we cannot say we will give all solutions to all problems. We can only assist and give ideas on how the problems can be solved. Yes. We did a lot even with the time for the flights that were repatriation flights. We did a lot by that time. When there was flight, it is us who were getting this information first and
great.
giving it to Kenyans.
How
And it
come
is-
I was not aware of you
and it
people
is-
before?
We did a lot. Same time that we were giving those who were providing food on one side, and by the way, we always thank our donors because we don't do it alone. We have our donors, people who support us, because at first we started from our pockets, just coming together. We saw Kenyans were going through difficulties. We started contributing ourselves. Then later, some donors saw, oh, these guys are doing a great thing. Because by the way, we were told for the first time something was being done for Kenyans without a pay bill number.
Whoa.
So-
Yeah.
I saw that trending somewhere. I saw that trending somewhere. So that was an amazing initiative. Guys, take a moment to congratulate the founders. That is the founder, president, and the vice president of Kedwa, that is Kenyans in the Diaspora Welfare Association. They have done much for you. And now, as we are about parting, I just want people to know where they can find you in case they need to.
Currently, we have a Telegram page, which is where we discuss all issues. Because, like for example, now we have a funeral in Satwa. We went there and we were discussing with them. We told them everyone should be joining this Telegram group because you might be having a problem. Because a lot of people are going through issues which they cannot discuss with others. And
I am also joining the Telegram
and we should
pronto.
know, we should know depression is real.
Oh yes.
Depression is real. That's why coming together and discussing. So currently we are, because we are not saying we are registered. We are doing membership registration now. No, until we get an official communication from CDA, then we'll start official registration. But for now, we're just communicating in our Telegram group. Our Facebook, we have around 5,000 members in Facebook. We have around 2,000 members in our Telegram. You know, if you can post one problem and 2,000 people are reading it,
responding.
it's very easy to find a solution.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So having said that, you are aware that this is going to be a welfare association. They're just waiting for the relevant approvals. That is with the host government, that is with the CDA and all the relevant parties. And since it's a welfare association, I believe we will be open to register.
Yes.
Usually.
You're all welcome.
If I talk about the fee, we are waiting for getting this approval. We have options. We can't say for now this is the option. There are some people who are coming with an option whereby we can have a 100 registration and 50 dirhams monthly, and these 50 dirhams monthly will cover you as an insurance for you, your father, your mother, nuclear family.
Now I get it. So
Okay.
we will be having gold, platinum, and silver.
So it's still optional.
In these amazing people who have been touching your ways, who have been touching your lives in one way or another, especially in this desperate time of the pandemic. So just tell us where they can find you and then we'll wrap up.
You can find us guys in Telegram, Kenya Diaspora Welfare Association UAE. We also in Facebook page, Kenya Diaspora Welfare Association in UAE. We are also in YouTube, as Kenyan Diaspora Welfare Association or Kedwa TV. So you can join us anytime, any day. You are all welcome and feel at home.
All right. So I have been your presenter. My name is Elizabeth Njoga, and with me in the studio today,
Crispin Mangongo.
All right. Tell us who you are, though.
Kedwa Chairman.
All right.
I'm founder of Kedwa.
And I'm Mary Karanja. I'm the Vice Chairperson.
Thank you so much for tuning in with us. Have a blessed afternoon.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.